Hello. So today I thought we were going to discuss 7 mirror principles of reality transurfing, following, of course, reality transurfing, and that is reality transurfing steps 1 through 5, Vadim, Zeland. Specifically, we're going to talk about chapter 18, the mirror world, and that is on page 636 if you have the book. The first mirror principle: the world is like a mirror that reflects your relationship to it. So the world literally consents to your thoughts about it. So why is it that our worst expectations are generally confirmed while our hopes and dreams do not come true, he says. There are reasons for this, and they are expressed in the second world mirror principle. Reflection is focused in the unity of heart and mind. As long as the mind does not contradict the wishes of the heart and vice versa, an unfathomable power emerges, which is outer intention, which materializes the sector of the alternative space that corresponds to the image of one's thoughts. But what happens is that the soul strives for something and the mind is filled with doubt. And so that is a problem, but the third mirror principle corrects that. The third mirror principle, which is a good one: there is a delay in the reaction of the dual mirror. If you cannot fulfill the second principle, the fortress must be taken by lengthy siege. And what this means is working with your slides, working with the reality transurfing techniques of slides and being consciously aware, and systematically working with your slides. Systematically means making it a habit, not doing it for just one day and thinking that it's going to happen. So you have to keep doing it. You have to make it a habit. You have to run the slide in your mind systematically for a significant period of time. And you have to have the patience to follow it through. So some people lose their enthusiasm for it and they quickly, don't do it. But in order to have a thought form materialize, you have to take specific steps and you have to work. So how much time is needed to realize the slide depends on the complexity of the goal you set. While the mind is in doubt that the goal can be realistically embodied, the image will remain hazy, but sooner or later some kind of representation will begin to appear in the mirror. That's what he says on page 642. So here are some amalgams that he says you can persistently say to make them a habit, and you can choose them and you can use them as a habit. Here are some of them. You can choose one of these. My world takes care of me. I place an order and my world fulfills it. My world chooses the best for me. My world eliminates my problems. My world takes care of things so that my life is easy and comfortable. Everything that happens contributes towards the realization of my intention, and everything happens as it should. So, you can use these amalgams, what he calls them, or affirmations, in addition to your work that you're doing. Then the fourth mirror principle is: the mirror cites the content of the relationship but ignores its orientation. So, the desire to avoid something greatly increases the likelihood of impact. Let go of the inner intention to shift the world in the direction you want it to go. The world will come to you. And always focusing on the positive. And then the fifth mirror principle is: switch your attention from the reflection in the mirror. In other words, take control of your thoughts. Think about what you want or are striving to achieve, rather than the things you do not want or try to avoid. And so that's really important, because the mirror is like an echo. So if you say to yourself, I hate my job, then they're going to the mirror is going to reflect back, yes, you hate your job. You're going to say, well, I don't feel well. The mirror is going to say, yes, you don't feel well. But see, so everything that you say that's negative, the mirror is going to reflect that back to you. So if you say, oh, I want to be somewhere else, it's going to say, the mirror is going to reflect back. The world's going to reflect back and say, yes, you want to be somewhere else. So you have to think about what you want or are striving to achieve rather than the things you do not want or try to avoid. The desire to avoid something greatly increases the likelihood of impact, he says. So that is the fifth mirror principle. Switch your attention from the reflection to the image. Take control of your thoughts. Form a deliberate and desired image in your mind, and the dual mirror realizes the corresponding sector of the alternative space into reality. Like, here's another example. Like if you say, I hope it's not going to rain, he says in the book, it'll say rain, rain, I don't want to study. It'll say study, study. So the purified content of his attitude is what is materialized in physical reality. You see? So it doesn't matter if it's a not or if it's a positive, it's going to reflect itself in the reality. You have to change the negative attitude to a positive one. You take command and deliberately send your chosen thought forms out into the world, and you consciously create your mood. So the sixth mirror principle is release your grip and allow the world to move with the alternatives flow. So, you have to let go. Focus your attention on the end goal, and then this, he says, he said this is the most powerful, he said this is the most powerful one. The most powerful and important power of the mirror principles is embracing any reflection as positive. Transform any negative into positive. You can transform any negative into positive if you declare it as such. Everything is being sorted out. So because you are the maker of your own reality. And so I had some words I wanted to go through here, or some sentences I wrote down that I thought were pretty neat. Ignore the negative stuff and search for the good, and let everything you perceive pass through the filter. Regularly run the target slide around in your mind. Manage your thought process to manage your reality. Focus your attention on the end goal as if it had already been reached. And that's with slides like we discussed. The slides are so important. All you have to do is make an order and allow the world to carry it out for you. But you will not permit the world to do so because of your fears, doubts, demands, requests. In response, the world fears, doubts, demands, requests. See, so what you put out, the world is going to give to you. So if you fear, if you doubt, if you demand, if you request, the world's going to fear, doubt, demand, request. Let the world go. Allow it to be a comfortable place for you to be right now. Just go with the flow. And so, but it really takes practice and habit of the reality transurfing techniques with that is working with your slide every day for 30 minutes, or slides, your transurfing visualization slide, or your end goal slide. Consciously being aware of your negative thoughts and switching them to positive, seeing every negative as a positive. And so that's kind of a rundown of the 7 mirror principles of reality transurfing. Okay, happy Friday. Thank you.